in different matches so far, which is also cool. Learned some interesting things about Train recently. Some nice flashbangs and so on. Always nice to spot the grenades. Astralis versus Fnatic. Astralis starting on the T side, taking their initial presence towards B. All Kevlar for them. Golden with a smoke and a defuse kit. Getting his head popped. That's, again, I always go on about the P250s, but you can see an example there. Headshot with the Glock. If that was a P250, though, he'd be dead.
Nice position there from Device. JW going for info. So Astralis' style is just playing very passively, spreading out along the map. Actually has worked out here. They, as you mentioned, they got a dink onto Golden. Wasn't a kill, but they managed to catch JW, who also wanted some information. And that's one of the benefits of playing a slow style like this. You're looking for the CT side to go for an information play because you're not giving them any info on the map. But that said, at the same time, on Train as the CT side, you don't really need the info as much as some other maps, I think, due to fast rotations.
Well, look at this read from Fnatic. They're fully rotating to the A site, and they've made the right read. But can they get the kills? 3 on 3 now. As Dupree finds some headshots on the bomb Train. Golden finally finished off. That leaves Flusher alone. Flusher got 2 aces in one game recently on Train. Taking the W, holding the tears back. That was a pretty cool match. Well, a pretty cool aftermath, actually, because it's almost like he felt, what is the right word? You know, he came into a lot of criticism, a lot of accusations of hacking and so on back in the day, whether you believe them or not. I feel like the look on his face was like, you know, I'm one of the best in the world.
Who? Are you talking about Flusher?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he just didn't care.
Vindication.
He always played it just extremely well. Oh my god.
Speak of the devil.
This is his map too.
Actually, Fnatic it used to be for me the team that really showed how strong CZs and Deagles can be on this map, on the CT side, because they, like Flusher, I feel like was for me the most iconic CZ player. Not going to be able to see a third kill out of him from it though, but he's got the information, he's spotted the bomb. They'll have to hit perfect shots, and so far Dupree is on point with that. Continually pushing the upper ground. And that is the bomb to be planted now. So really nice explosive effort there from Astralis to decisively push onto that B-bomb side in a moment that could have gone a bit awry should they have waited and allowed Fnatic to reposition. But have to be wary of Fnatic with pistols on this map on the CT side. They're very good at playing around the trains.
I'm disappointed that Golden is using the blue Deagle and not the golden koi Deagle. I mean, I might have to tweet him actually, because that just seems offensive to me.
Do it.
The golden koi is the gun you get when you're trying to trade up to a fire serpent and it goes wrong. You get the golden koi instead.
That's a bad feeling.
It's got good value though because of the association, I suppose, and because it's gold. I remember Valve initially, or maybe it still stands, they didn't want people to make gold skins because they wanted to keep that color for, I don't know, for
special
more valuable things. Yeah, exactly.
Special stuff.
So you don't see so much gold. There's a golden koi. The Dragon Lore kind of is in that direction, but I don't know what other gold skins there are.
It's also really hard to get a nice gold because just the color
in the game.
Yeah,
you mean? Yeah.
Just to make something look nice and gold at the same time. And also in low shaders, it would just look like some gross yellow a lot of the times.
Yeah.
Let's say.
Oh, there's some gold.
Indeed.
And there's some more gold. Man like Device, not going straight away for the peak, but with good timing, he will snap Flusher, take his chest away from him. And there's a fast response from Fnatic, some aggression around A main, JW taking Dupree out, while meanwhile Zipex is taking the B bomb site. Look at these grenades flying around from Astralis. They've really been on point with the grenade executes recently. Even in CT, trying to stop the rotation from Fnatic. 2 versus 3 now, bomb not down yet.
Yeah, what an explosive round. Pretty much everybody just going for plays across the map here. They left the bomb towards T-spawn for quite some time, did Astralis, and now they've finally collected it, now moving it towards the B-bomb side. The first side to be taken by the team. Zipex will not be able to get the frag just yet on JW, and now he's down to 4 HP. There stands the reason that actually maybe Fnatic could possibly win this round. It did look very hard for them, but now they have the flank set up towards PopDog. They can monitor Astralis should they, with the amount of time they have, decide to go back, but they won't. Glaive's waiting for this. Can't get the frag though. Very awkward now between these two teams. Astralis are the team that have to make the play, but Zipex on the A bomb train. But still, I mean, the bomb can't get there. Glaive is cut off. He does have enough time to go through the pop ladder if he wants to, onto that A train now, and that's going to be the play. Crim's on 12 HP. Maybe it's over. It's going to be hard for him to do much from this position.
Do they know where he is? They must assume that he is on this side of the bomb train. Bomb site, sorry, considering where Flusher was, and Flusher was alone. Zipex looking towards Ivy. Crim's, his timing has to be perfect. Even if he gets the one kill, how on earth does he get the second? Almost inevitable. Still a big fat 0 for Fnatic, but it's early days here on train, and their lost bonus is rising.
Some weird individual plays, I want to say. I mean, you know, even Flushing getting those 2 CZ kills and then not tightening up, but instead going for a third and then dying. And then here, JW could have held the ladder fallback, known that there's no way that Glaive could get into B safely because his teammates in B, or fall back to ladder, which is the only way out to either Ivy or ladder itself, and instead decides to reaggress and go for the information early. But there's no value in that, I don't think. He also was very low HP and was lucky to have survived in the first place.
Yeah, it was a really crazy round. A lot of balls from Astralis in that round, actually, in the aggression that they displayed. And oh, nice there from Dupree. Able to swing through the smoke onto another frag, but still there's players with pistols that lurk on the yard of A. And if things are looking a little bit troublesome there, eventually some trades will come in for Astralis to clean up some of the damage, but they still need to go back for the bomb. And Fnatic, they can absolutely win this round. Nice by Crims. We've seen a great resurgence from him in recent months. Now Dupree in the 1v2. AK collected by Crims. That is a long way to get that bomb. Considering Dupree needs to walk all the way, he might get the drop onto Crims. Spots a couple pixels here. May want to hold this position for a moment just to see if he can get more information. Eventually the execution comes in. Now a passage has been opened for the bomb.
Flusher can hear him running though, so he must have an idea as to what might be going on, and Dupree's falling straight into the trap, but Flusher's gone down the ladder, and Dupree's going towards B, but maybe Flusher now has the positional advantage. Surely Dupree goes back towards the ramp, although he's smoked behind himself, so very interesting to see which route he will take. Assuming everything is vulnerable, and there is Flusher. And in that, when it was 2 versus 2, Flusher was towards Ivy. He was low health, and he did a pre-fire towards Ivy, but I don't know how much of it was trying to get a kill there or just trying to hold that person in position, because after that he rotated through B all the way to PopDog, and then when Crims gets to kill one of the 2 players remaining, he knows roughly where the last guy is and goes to the front of the bomb train, if you will, and then proceeds on from there.
I think he was trying to make presence, as you're alluding to, and make that big rotate.
Give them an extra man, basically.
Yeah,
make it a 3v2.
Delay for an extra time as well. Force them to have to clear it out or respect it, think about it the whole time. Get in their head.
Oh, nice movement from Dupree. Gliding into the PopDog. But he is an unwanted presence, as demonstrated by JW.
A very cool setup here from Fnatic, playing very passively, giving up the forward positions of the A yard to Astralis should they want it. Of course, though, the AWP is there to cover, as we saw Dupree's PopDog aggression neutralized by JW. And now Fnatic is spreading out on the A yard a bit more, and they are definitely free to do so with the man advantage. And you can see Glaive making a play behind the smoke here, but Fnatic should be suspecting of this. The smoke down as it was, and they are playing 2 sort of around the middle of the B yard, so that's quite a safe way to play this. I think we're in a great position here. Astralis need to hit some savage shots to open up the B side immediately if they want to have any chance there. There's a good start.
One more to find. That grenade tells a story. And now there is a huge rotation coming in from the CTs, and Device is still pretty far away. He was in main and is slowly making his way. May cover the flanker just in case there is one. He's already scoped in. Somebody flies up the ladder, that might be an awkward shot, but nobody is trying to do that from Fnatic. So it's a 4 versus 3 on the B bomb site, although Device is rotating in as well. Magic Boy will pick up the reins, holding the flank in the meantime. Flash has made his way towards the bomb site, but Zipex is pretty quick on a trigger finger today. Crims and Golden remain, both half health, no grenades for them. No molly for Astralis, but they've still got a pretty huge advantage here. What is Crims' play now? Does he go for a desperation defuse? They won't allow him to do that. Magic Boy will seek and he will find 5-1 Astralis.
It seemed like a thought crossed his mind that I've snuck into a position that potentially they'll not clear and be able to leave, and I'll get a defuse off, and he's done it before as well. It's crazy to see how much more loose Astralis' train and just train has gotten in general. Just so many people taking advantage of lurks. Like here, Device taking his fast, Dupree, excuse me, taking his fast ladder spawn, and then even though he dies, Glaive goes down the ramp by himself as well. Their anti-ecos don't consist of any smokes anymore, just these early rushes out of T-Con, and they're doing it over and over again.
Trying to play confidence, the confidence game against the confidence team, Fnatic. I mean, more and more we're seeing how important it is to have some sort of individual momentum at the very top level. And I think also Astralis, a big criticism of them over their history has been that they're a bit too structured, a bit too predictable in that sense. And that it's great for consistency, but it can actually hurt you from the confidence aspect, and it can hurt you from being able to actually be the #1 team, which is what they've struggled to actually accomplish despite many deep runs. And another pretty good round from them. Not afraid to take the fights. They'll finish things off on B. Just Golden left. And now he's gone.
It's a really interesting point as an aside, that to be the #1 team means that you have to stay on top. If you can be studied, if every map that you play can be studied to the point that if you see a smoke, you know what they're going to do, then it's going to be very difficult to keep that up and continuously innovate and make new strategies so that you can be the best structured team in the world, right? That style of Counter-Strike is almost impossible, especially with the amount of time that you have to spend on the road and the little amount of time you actually get to practice.
Ding dong, USP's taking Dupree out. Now this might get awkward for Astralis. They need to cut these numbers down before they advance. But CTs can pick the right jewels and maybe more damage can be done. Only 2 players left now. Crims with a P250 though. Could be quite dangerous, but that grenade will be quite painful for him. He'll be forced away from the connector position. So, ooh, hold on a second. 3 of these players from Astralis are very tagged indeed. And Fnatic have nothing to lose in this situation. So, Glaive is going to have to do a lot of work, or maybe not. With Crims going down, Flush will pick up the P250. He can one-shot pretty much everyone now. So, again, yes, 26 HP, but somebody faces him. It's a 50-50. There it is. Crisis averted. 7-1 for Astralis.
Yeah, Fnatic is struggling a lot to really get anything going so far on the CT side. Although the lack of AWP, I'm not sure that's going to be too helpful for them. We may see them be a bit more aggressive in the yards. I think that would make a lot of sense given how Astralis' playstyle has worked out. Playing someone in Pop Dog and someone close to T main can really be helpful, especially with the UMP and M4s. But it's a very fast rush into the B site. Astralis, no crazy stuff from them, keeping it simple, just barreling down into that B bomb site, taking the fights, and Fnatic just don't seem prepared. They're sort of being outpaced by Astralis there.
It definitely feels like Glaive is calling a good game. Just everything that they're getting away with it's kind of cheeky, I guess, as you guys would say. But it makes a lot of sense. And it's really on Fnatic to be able to stop these pushes. I mean, they picked a great round right there to go inner quickly. The explodes down the ramp have worked before. They've been rifling inner a lot, so there's many reasons for them to want to try it over and over again. But Fnatic almost don't have to change much. If you lose lose your first kill in the first 20 seconds and it's not even to a full execute, then all you have to really think is, oh, we just need to be more aware. And, you know, they killed Dupree once, like JW opted for Ivy coming out of ladder, so they're aware of that lurk. But then inner as well. If they had stopped both those lurks, then it would have been a 5v3, they would have won. So I'm sure they're just saying to themselves, well, all we have to do is just be a little bit more careful in the default.
Yeah, there's not too much you can really change on this map. So hopefully we see it tighten up a little bit. Dupree back at it again. Device also chimes in from Ali with a pick of his own. Astralis in a fantastic position. They are just picking Fnatic apart. It really feels like Fnatic are a couple classes below right now. Astralis are making them look sort of like lesser opponents just by the ability to walk out and just headshot them. And it's as simple as that, really. And I do love the confidence, you know, seeing Dupree getting to sort of live in his element, which, you know, I think is that sort of explosive or very dynamic play style that he really enjoys.
Well then, big buy for Fnatic. Flush on the AWP. Could be spawn-based, doesn't look like it. It could be position-based, which is entirely likely. Can see him holding his angle there. Crims, ooh, that could have been awkward. Spix went a bit further. However, there was an earlier round where JW picks off an early peak. Crims very cheeky, playing on the unexpected. Meanwhile, Astralis moving forward. They've still got a man advantage. And again, Dupree will commit forward towards connector before the bomb makes it in. Device will trade, but now it's down to the 2-on-2.
Okay, so a little bit of time here for Astralis to get into post-plant positions. Makes things very annoying for Fnatic. They are quite far away and very spread out. Kid on both players though, and some amount of utility. Device with the flank here will make life perhaps impossible for JW.
Nice.
Surely he's not going to. I mean, he could try. I mean, he can go for it, but some sound cues there. It's just so difficult for JW. Can't really stress that enough. So many uncertainties, and you can see indeed he's going to back away. No one offering up any free kills. Quick flash there to slow down any pursuit.
When they have the site like this, like where the bomb is planted, just on the right side of the bomb train, it's just one of the most versatile plants in the game, because not only can you watch it from all your regular spots like upper, but now you can play it from the other side of the site too, and it's just impossible if the CT's coming in late to have any idea where you're actually playing from.
Damn.
And that was kind of fortunate, huh?
Yeah, it's just not what you need. Great trade though. I wonder if that's deliberate timing where Dupree is charging all the way to connector before the bomb commits to the B bomb site. I do wonder if that's something they will do consistently, or if people were just busy doing something else, watching Pop Dog or something.
They had Device opping connector the whole time, so. Oh.
Nice shots. Flush needs more though. 3v3. Will slow things down. He picks up the AK. And the smoke grenade will help a lot. JW has been bought some time here to go for this flank to maybe find something. And he will indeed find an opponent. But Glaive is wary of that aggression. And that will be shut down. 3v2 and the A-bomb site completely open at this point. Fnatic in an interesting position. They could try to push together towards Pop Dog. Going all the way back into B through the connector could actually be more dangerous at this point. Ooh, Device actually whisked that one. Device and Dupree have been incredible so far this half. And to me, their like a good train game is often defined by how well those two are playing.
Device recently tweeted that he's feeling it again. He's playing a lot more FPL. And he's in form. His last 2 ECS matches that we casted, he went off.
That's what it is, man. FPL's that protein juice. Flusher with 7 HP. Can he pick the right bomb site? Doesn't seem like he can. Bomb getting planted for the IB position. And Flusher's very far away. You can't even jump off this to get a quick rotation in to try and do something. So we'll have to just accept. This is one of those games where you simply get beasted.
It does feel like that. It's kind of sad. I really wish Fnatic would win a couple rounds so that we could see what the response is from Astralis, because right now, you know, a team isn't going to continually walk out on you in their default or just fast rotate to B as soon as a kill happens every single round, especially if they start losing, right? They'll start to throw out some more structured stuff. some more full executes, some splits, or even fast ones, but with coordinated grenades and players and stuff. But we're like, Astralis don't have to. They don't have to right now. Double op setup might change that, however. It's a little more difficult to get kills.
We shall see. Gotta be careful standing behind these smokes, Fnatic. Golden taken out at random in the previous round. There are only 3 rounds to fight for here. The best Fnatic can do in this half is 4 rounds. Minute 20 on the clock. Device boosted towards Ivy. Flashbang, but he'll fire a shot, so Fnatic know there's 1 person there at least. May assume 2 if they think he would have been run boosted to the other side. Although smoke was down early.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Dupree has found a way into the A side. This is going to get really awkward, but JW manages to get 1 kill. Lots of trades coming in towards A. 3-on-3 as the rest of Astralis start to move through main.
Now the positioning here, very strong. Magisk from the back, Device from the front. Nowhere to hide for Letcro as he goes down by the bomb train. Gold now from the back lines, trying to get in there. With the help of Flusher, able to get a frag, but the trade is there, and Flusher's going to have to reposition. They should likely know where his position. I think at this point they... Ooh, actually he finds a good timing to get out there, but I think he's been spotted now with the jump peek from Zipex. Flusher is known. This is such a difficult bomb site to deal with, and he's going to go down in the end, 12-1. Astralis looking amazing, honestly, just really good. And really abusing the fact that they caused a lot of hassle for Fnatic around the alley position, and then that created this tiny little gap for Dupree to sneak up the ladder there, which he seems to just constantly find a way in.
The Mag 7 is out on a good day. I think it's been a while since I've seen JW buy this on a full buy round. It's not necessarily because of choice on this occasion. And that run to Pop Dog can be dangerous if a sniper has a good spawn towards Connector. Towards Team Main, sorry. The fight between Team Main and Connector is favourable for the CTs as they generally get there first. But you can jump to the left-hand side of Team Main and try to cut somebody off, making it past the box towards Pop Dog. And if you could condition a player early not to make that run because it's dangerous, then all the more advantage for you. Raw run-outs from Glaive up at B, and Lekro will be punished for his sins. Looks like another round for Astralis as JW gets picked off towards Pop Dog as well.
Flusher making the UMP look quite good there at range. Now Zipex will get the bomb down for his team. They haven't managed to claim any position in the B train yard, so Fnatic will be pushing them pretty hard here, straight down onto the bomb train, and that's 1 frag going the way of Flusher, but Device, really awkward situation for him, unable to actually pull out anything. There's a chance here for Fnatic, though the Molotov of Dupree will be extinguished. He's still can put some pressure on, although he does go down. Absolute chaos there around the bomb. Still no one actually tapping it just yet. I think maybe just 1 came in. Magisk forced through, and there is the trade. Golden ready in time, but too much time was bought. Very well done by Magisk in the end there. Very chaotic situation.
Even though Device did not get a kill when he pulled out the CZ around the train, just the fact that he can fire the gun like that just looks ridiculous, you know? It just... It's a damn shame, isn't it? It's a damn shame. But it will never go away. It will always be here. Always. Such is the nature of game development. It will always be there.
Maybe someone will hack the game one day and just remove that, to do nothing else, but just like remove it.
I didn't realize that classic offensive is still being worked on for a full Steam release. Interestingly,
Really?
3 clicks, Philip. God damn it!
3 flips,
3
click.
clicks, Philip. 3 blips, Bardolph. Mentioned it in his recent video. 4-on-4, 13-1.
Oh no! Oh!
And it gets stolen by Crims. Oh, this is just...
Oh.
No.
Sometimes it's just not your day.
Oh dear.
That's a big plate of spaghetti right here.
Just leave that.
No, there's nothing
Save for a
better
moment.
in Italy than a plate of spaghetti, but not a big plate of spaghetti. That's when you know you're in a tourist trap. But slightly hard spaghetti
Al dente.
in a hotel
AKA slightly hard spaghetti.
Slightly hard. I can't think of. Sometimes I'm just bad at English. Slightly hard spaghetti. 45 seconds remain, and this round has slowed to a crawl.
Everyone's press their prone button. Crawling around the floor.
Press Z and follow me.
Crims having a dance. He's not going to win this dance off though. I like how Astralis have slowed things down dramatically, but it's looking pretty troublesome. Flusher down to 7 HP will be finished off as well. 14 seconds to plant the bomb actually. If Golden plays this smart, maybe there's an opportunity here, but the bomb will get planted at the end of the train, which Golden will realize. He will try to sprint around to eliminate this player. Create some 1v1s. He's going to be successful. Didn't lose any additional health. He's quite low though. Magisk, can he find the right angle for this? Golden tapping the bomb. Ooh, offered a chance there, but Magisk will secure it. 14-1 the final score of the first half. And Astralis really look great today.
They look alright, yeah. The other thing is that the mid-rounding's been fantastic. I mean, this is unfortunate, right? There was a lot of spaghetti in this half. But the mid-rounding has been really good, almost like every 3v3, every 2v2. It felt like Astralis were in control the whole time. And then, not only that, but they just kept winning.
The drops continue in the chat. MLG Meister.
Do we have any big bombs today?
MLG was fun. There might be some bombs later. 14-1. Must-win pistol round from Fnatic, rather. Although Astralis will consider it must-win as well. Dupree's doing a pretty damn good job. 3 kills for him as he gets finally picked off by Golden. And Golden's the last man standing, already in a red versus 4. And soon he might be dead. Well, that's match point Astralis. What more is there to say?
Yeah, there's not too much to say, is there? I mean, it's just been fun to watch them just let loose a little bit, let go of the reins and just go for it. And they've been having a lot of fun here in the online CS of ECS here against Fnatic. Fnatic on their last legs. Not a good start for them either. Just running out everywhere. And perhaps they want to get this over with just as quickly as Astralis do. At this point, obviously, there's another map to go between these two teams. And this will come to a... This train will come to a...
There we go.
Stop very shortly.
Nice.
Everyone, get off.
The ticket's invalid. The ticket inspectors are here.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just one of those matches, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, when you see something like that on JW, you can't hit his close range shot. It's just like, whatever. Oh, let go of the deep, though. All right, let's not count them out just yet. Let's count them out now. 16-1 in favor of Astralis. Fnatic, not quite the start they wanted, but sometimes you have one of those games. It's just got to forget about it. Not much to discuss, really. At this point, got to focus on the next one. Can review later on to see if there's anything to talk about, but pretty dominant from Astralis.